So ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is Luke for the Matias Group. Once again, this time we are in a new BMW, and I love new technology. I love new things and toys to play with. Well, BMW's latest iteration of the X3 has given us plenty of new toys to play with. In fact, it's the whole new range. Their tech is really changing at the moment, and we're in the middle of a real adaptation, and this is a perfect example. So I'm parked on the side of the road, beautiful, busy road, and I don't know how far I've got to be to the curb, to the side of the road, to the tram tracks, the cars in front. And look at this for an overhead camera straight off the bat. This gives me a circle of love, and I can basically, look at that. I can work out where my dimensions are, whether there are any dogs crossing the road. Once I have surveyed where I am going, I feel safe. So as we take off, I'm looking down at a new digital dashboard. It's not as big as some of the competition, but it is plenty. It is lovely. I've got a big screen in the middle here. It's about a 11 point something inch screen. The nav on the BMW, the built-in nav system, has always been, I think, probably my favorite out of the major manufacturers. I just find it really easy to use. I've used it a lot. The connected drive now that BMW have, and the concierge service is just sensational. You can just touch a button and call somebody, and somebody picks it up, not a digital person. I have noticed immediately when we sat in this car is that BMW are hot on the coattails of the Mercedes exhaust note. As soon as you press start, this beautiful silver button over here, an earthy sound. I was in a underground garage, earthy sound, and I thought it was just put on. But as I've driven it around town, wow, the exhaust note is significantly better than its predecessor, better than some of the range topping cars, some of the M cars of recent years. I mean, this is an M140. It's not a full M car, but they still remind you that it's got some kick behind it by having that wonderful design right in front of you all the time. And what does that make me feel like doing? It makes me feel like pressing these buttons down here. We've got a few driving modes. We've got Eco Pro, which is, every car has to have it. I don't spend much time in any of my cars in Eco Pro, but that's just the way it is. We've got Comfort, which we've just been cruising around at, and it is a very comfortable car. But then we've got my favorite area, and that is the Sport Zone. We've got Plus, or Individual, or Regular. I like Sport Plus. I think Sport Plus is the place to be. Everything tightens. Everything tightens. The all-wheel drive system just feels like it's ready to go at any time. This car is a genuinely fast SUV. And as we press go on this Sport button, the exhaust you'll be able to hear as we come down onto the freeway here, and you just feel so confident. Some more traffic lights. Who has traffic lights going onto the freeway? Brakes are great. The exhaust as you come around the corner and you put your foot down is just giving you so much more feedback than even recent M cars, genuine M cars that I've driven. It is burping, it is growling at you. As you hit the exhaust button, the Sport button, everything opens up and it's ready to go. It just feels like just a breathing monster in the back there. And I haven't said that about a BMW, especially not at top of the, this isn't an M car. This is a BMW. This is the top of the range BMW. I haven't said that about a BMW before. This is great. Can you hear that? I'm not sure if that comes through, but that is a genuinely fast car. All-wheel drive. Feels nice, feels solid, feels tight. The exhaust, enjoyable. We'll have a bit of a flick with it when we're in the tunnel shortly. But this is a 4.8 second car. 4.8 second car. That's very quick. But what's more important around town is it feels nice going around corners. It doesn't feel like it leans too much. Maybe that's because I'm in Sport Plus mode and I prefer a firm ride. But I'm really quite enjoying this. And I've always looked at these mid-size or these junior size SUVs. I've never really been a big fan, if I'm totally honest with you. But I've been in two recently, the Mercedes, the GLC, and then now the new X3. They're a great size of car. And if you can get them with a good bit of power, I see why people buy them. There's plenty of room in the back. I had a little sit back there earlier. Plenty of room in the trunk. I love my technology and I love feeling what each car does and where it really sits. Something that I was playing with earlier that I was super impressed with is the BMW's ability to drive. I'm on a freeway at the moment and I am tracking the car in front of me. It is a lovely Hyundai Getz and I'm going exactly as fast as them and I am following it around a slight bend in the road. Oh, I'm being told to put my hands back on the steering wheel. So I have a little touch. Maybe you're meant to keep a hand on. I'm not too sure what the legalities are. But this is following. This is following at speed. The steering wheel, I'm not sure what the final angle is. I think it's around about 15%. It allows you to follow somebody. And it will tell me to put my hands back on the steering wheel every 15 seconds. But this is pretty cool. It's so unnerving. But what an experience. Okay, as we pull around the corner back into BMW Melbourne, I am super happy that I've actually got an opinion on this thing. Look, if I'm quite honest with you, I wasn't really expecting that much. I wasn't that excited about it. I was excited about seeing the new technology, but this is a great car. This has been a great car to drive around the city. It's been a great car, we had some fun on the freeways. It sounds great. The technology is fantastic. Super impressive. Really impressive. Thank you so very much for all the support as per usual. BMW Melbourne and Mohammed Bondok, as always, our go-to. Thank you so very much. I'm just going to use this front camera as we pull in again, right to the front of the car space. What a day. Really impressive car. Luke from Matias Group.